A police standoff on the Red Lake Indian Reservation ended peacefully today. The standoff lasted more than 10 hours at a home near Redby. Catherine Silver was on the scene and has more details on the story.
The standoff took place near Indian Service Road 40 on the Red Lake Indian Reservation today after officers responded to reports of shots fired at a house party.
When they went to the door, knocked on the door, identified themselves, they could hear the actions of the rifles or whatever, and they were told to, get the F out of there and things like that.
Red Lake public safety officials say as the officers were leaving, shots were fired and the officers were pinned down from gunfire.
It's reported or suspected that there's a fully automatic AK-47s that were involved.
Shrapnel from one of the rounds struck one officer hiding behind an unoccupied pickup in the yard. The partial round struck the officer in the vest and the officer was not hurt.
Some shrapnel also struck an officer. He's not injured at this time. He just has some marks on him. 2
females and 5 males were inside of the house communicating with police during the standoff.
We were talking with them through a PA system. I had one of the defendant's mother. I had her in my vehicle. I brought her up towards the house and just had her talk and, try and tell them, this doesn't have to be this way, come out, give yourselves up and, let's do this peaceably.
Other friends and family gathered on the scene out of concern for the people inside.
I just knew my bros were in there. Yeah.
5 people in the house surrendered throughout the day, and the final 2 were forced out of the home with tear gas.
Red Lake Department of Public Safety officers and myself, we approached the house. We shot the house with tear gas, and the other 2 individuals came out.
Authorities say all 7 suspects are currently in custody and that any charges will be decided by the U.S. Attorney's Office and the tribal courts. Reporting in Red Lake, Catherine Silver, Lakeland News.
Red Lake officials say the men were ages 24, 35, and 44, and the females were ages 26 and 32. The 2 forced out by the tear gas were the men ages 42 and 64. Names of the individuals and any charges pending will be released at a later date.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.